Hello, class 12th. Here I am going to begin poem 1 by Mother at 66 from a Flamingo book. See the poem. Kamala Das was one of the most prominent and versatile writers of our country. She was born on 31st March 1934 in Malabar, Kerala. She wrote in her mother tongue, Malayalam, as well as in English. To her Malayalam readers, she was renowned as Madhavi Kutti, and to her English patron, she was very famous with the name Kamala Das. On her extensive contribution to the poetry in our nation, she earned the label the mother of modern Indian English poetry. The writings of her great uncle Nalapat Narayan Menon and mother Nalapat Balamani Amma had a great impact on this writer. She took to writing at an early age and continued even after her marriage. She was even encouraged by her husband to continue her writing. Kamala Das had written many novels and short stories in English and Malayalam under the pen name Madhavi Kutti. Her poetry books includes Summer in Calcutta, Descendants, The Old Playhouse, the Annamalai poems, and Only the Soul Knows How to Sing. Her autobiography, My Story, gave her literary fame and name. Her novel, Alphabet of Lust, and her collection of short stories called Padmavati, the Harlot, are some of her more well-known works. Moreover, she is a sensitive writer who captured the complex subtleties of human relationship in lyrical forms. And the best example of this is the poem My Mother at 66. Let's see the poem. Let's get the introduction about the poem. As you know, aging is a natural process, yet the fear of separation from your loved ones is always painful. The poem here talks about the feeling of loneliness that aged people experience and also the feeling of guilt which their offspring experience for not being able to be with them in their old age. Hence, the poem explores the feeling of melancholy and the pain that a daughter experiences while leaving her mother all by herself at a ripe old age. Along with, the poem leaves a message to the present generation that don't be so busy in fulfilling your desires and ambitions and never forget your responsibility of taking care of your elderly parents when they need you the most. Here the poet relates a personal experience. She brings out a common paradox of human relationship. She has portrayed a sensational separation of a mother from her daughter. She has been able to capture successfully almost all the emotions which a daughter is filled with while bidding farewell from her beloved mother. Hence, she has explored the theme of aging, death, and isolation through this narration involving her mother. The most significant part of the poem is to know that the whole poem is presented in a single sentence punctuated by commas, which indicates the single thread of thought interspersed with the observation of the real world around and the way all these are connected to the main idea. Let's see the poem. Here in this work, the poet is sharing her personal experience with her. She said that during her last visit to her parents' home on the Friday morning, while she was returning back and was right on her way to the Cochin airport, her old mother was just sitting beside her. It was the moment when she got the chance to look at her old mother so closely. Now she is presenting the image of her mother before us. Let's see. First stanza. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doors open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Dawes means sleepy. Ashen, that means pale and grey, like ash or dead person. Corpse means dead body. In the first stanza, the poet describes her last visit to her ancestral home. While returning back to her work on the Friday morning, she said her mother insisted that she would accompany her and see her off at the airport. So, while sitting in the car just beside her mother, she looked closely at her face and now presenting the image of her old mother before us. She found her mother to be dozing, that means sleeping, beside her. Her mouth was open, her face was pale and lifeless, just like a corpse, that means dead body. Hence, to look at her mother's pale and pallid face like the dead, she was struck with horror and pain of losing her mother that moment, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spelling out of their homes. Sprinting, that means running. Spelling, that means moving out or coming out. Now to see such face of the mother, the poet was shocked and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spelling out of their homes. Sprinting, that means running. Spelling, that means moving out or coming out. Now to see such face of the mother, the poet was shocked. The poet here shows the typical love and affection which is always present in a mother-daughter relationship. Therefore, a sudden fear and pain cropped up in her mind, and she realizes that her mother, with such expression of looking like corpse, old and colorless and lifeless, now she was going to leave this world any moment now. Here the poet explains, now to see such now looks of the mother, she realized that her mother was getting old now and could pass away any moment and would leave her all alone in this world. Though this realization, it was quite shocking for the daughter, but she had to accept this reality. Hence, in order to drive away her thoughts away from such agony and the pain, the girl, she looked out of the car. In order to drive the negative feelings away from her mind, the girl tries to shift her attention towards the sight outside the car. And there she found the green young trees appear to be running along with the car in the opposite direction. She also noticed the group of children who were spilling out of their homes to play joyfully. The scene outside the window of the car is about the growing life and energy. The rapidly sprinting trees alongside the merrily playing the children symbolize life, youth, and vitality. That was in the sharp contrast to the mother who was looking pale, colorless, and ashen-like. Both these sights were also reminded the girl about her past and of her childhood days when her mother was young. On the contrary, she is encircled with the fear of losing her mother due to her aging process. That made also her to feel insecure about her long life. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, worn pale as a late winter's moon. Worn, that means colorless or pale. As you know, the moon symbolizes in this world for all the beauty and magnificence. But in contrast to this, winter symbolizes death and decay. So the poet, when he uses the comparison of mother's face with the late winter moon, he wants to say that just like in the winter season, the moon loses its magnificence and beauty when it is covered with the fog and the mist of the cold season. Similarly, the poet's mother has also lost her youth and vitality with her old age. Now she looked inactive, withered, and dull due to the aging process. Just looking at the married children and sprinting trees, the poet was able to divert her attention from the dying state of her mother. But just taking the flight while she was standing for the security checking, she got the glimpse of her mother who was standing just a few yards away from her for bidding her farewell at the airport. She found that her mother was looking again old, worn out, and dull, just like the late winter night moon, who also could not be seen clearly because of the appearance of mist and fog in the sky, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. The word ache means pain. Now, in the concluding lines, the poet describes that while standing at the security checking a few yards away from the mother, when she got a glimpse of the mother again, she senses the same pain and her childhood fear of the thought of losing her mother forever. As she was going away and leaving her aged mother in that condition, so the similar pain, it represents the fear of losing her mother and about the feeling of realization that she could not care about her mother due to her worldly responsibilities. So this pain shows the helplessness of the poet. Children learn about the literary devices used in this poem. This poem is structured in a single sentence punctuated with commas. So it is written in the free verse and has no rhyme scheme. So next device used here is simile. Simile is a comparison of two things with the similar qualities. So see the example of the use of the simile in the phrase, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Here the mother's face as it was dry, withered, so it was compared with the look of some dead body. Next phrase where the simile is used, so that is in the line, wan, pale as a late winter moon. So here the mother who is weak, yellowish and dull, so her appearance was compared with the late night winter moon that also lost its charm and luster during the cold. Next device used here is repetition, that is used to create the idea more clearer or memorable. So it is used in the phrase thought away. Thought away. The poet used this thought to divert her attention from the dying condition of her mother. Then in the very last line of the poem, so the word is smile and smile and smile. So the smile word, it is used to show the helplessness of the poet to leave her aged and ill mother. And secondly, the smile, it is used to give assurance to the poet's mother for her long life. Next device is symbolism. So that is the device in which the original meaning can be concealed under the layers of information. So here the use of the symbolism is in the phrases like trees sprinting, married children spelling out of the home. So these objects symbolize life energy and vitality in comparison to the lifeless mother. And the next use of symbolism is in the phrase late winter moon. So here the looks of the mother at old age are compared with the late winter night moon. Just like in the cold season, the moon also loses its charm and magnificence. In the similar way, the human beings also lose their charm and beauty and become lifeless, just like this old age mother of the poet. I hope you have understood the explanation and the literary devices along with. Thank you everyone for watching the video.